Genesis chapter 6, Noah and the Flood. This chapter focuses on the story of Noah, a man chosen by God to build an ark to save his family and pairs of animals from a great flood that would cleanse the earth of its corruption. The corruption of humanity. As the chapter begins, it's mentioned that as people multiplied on the earth, they became increasingly corrupt and wicked in their actions. This saddened God because the world he created was becoming filled with violence and wrongdoing. Noah's righteousness. Amidst the widespread corruption, there was a man named Noah who stood out. Noah was described as a righteous and blameless man who walked with God. He had 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. God's decision and instructions. God decided to intervene because of the wickedness of humanity. He revealed to Noah that he was planning to bring a flood to the earth that would wipe out all living creatures, both people and animals, because of their wickedness. However, God told Noah that he and his family would be spared, along with a selection of animals. Building the ark. God instructed Noah to build a massive boat called an ark. This ark was to be built with specific dimensions and compartments to house Noah's family and pairs of animals, a male and a female of each kind. The ark's purpose was to save them from the coming flood. Gathering of animals. Noah was commanded to gather animals of all kinds, including birds and land animals, to bring onto the ark. These animals would be saved from the flood and would later repopulate the earth. The arrival of the flood. Noah followed God's instructions carefully, building the ark and gathering the animals. When everything was ready, God told Noah to enter the ark with his family and the animals. Then, the floodwaters began to pour from the sky and burst forth from the deep, covering the earth in water. The duration of the flood. The floodwaters continued for 40 days and nights, covering the entire earth and drowning all living creatures that were not on the ark. God's covenant and the rainbow. Eventually, the floodwaters began to recede, and the ark came to rest on a mountain. Noah sent out birds to see if there was dry land. When a dove returned with an olive leaf, Noah knew that the waters were receding. God made a covenant, a promise, with Noah, vowing to never again destroy the earth with a flood. As a sign of this promise, God set a rainbow in the sky. Conclusion. Genesis chapter 6 tells the story of Noah and the great flood, emphasizing themes of righteousness, obedience, and God's desire for a fresh start on earth. Noah's faithfulness to God's instructions led to the salvation of his family and representatives of all kinds of creatures. This chapter marks a significant turning point in the biblical narrative, highlighting the consequences of human actions and God's intervention to restore and renew the world.